Hey, I'm Olivia, a fantasy writer and an aspiring hobbit. I live on the central coast of California, which, though magical in its own way, often feels far cry from the cozy comforts of the Shire. Seasons are slow to change here, which maybe makes it all the more magical on that late day in September when I can step outside and feel the slightest shift in the air. The breeze feels a little more crisp, the shadows lengthen, and the sunlight becomes golden and warm. And it's often this inexplicable change in the air that coincides with my own growing desire to embrace a simpler life. But what does it look like to live like a hobbit in a world that moves so fast? I think it's less about living a specific aesthetic and more about celebrating the same things that the hobbits do. A life of long walks through the countryside and candlelit dinners with friends. Good food, good music. And here's what that's looked like for me. It's meant going outside to read when the weather is nice, making hearty batches of soup and buttered bread, savoring that first rainfall, the smell of petrichor and fresh eucalyptus that fills the air. It's meant driving to a local apple farm to pick out a bag of crisp apples, because they taste better right now than any other time of the year. It's meant taking advantage of the longer evenings to do some fall baking, filling the house with the smells of cinnamon and spice. It's meant jumping at the chance to spontaneously join my sister for a beach rodeo, just because it reminds us of one of our favorite autumnal books, The Scorpio Races. I've also been gardening more this year. Samwise Gamgee would be proud. I've been loving the smell of good tilled earth, the feeling of getting dirt under my fingertips, and noticing the last blooms before the winter sets in. A few weeks ago, we went camping with my family, and let me tell you, there is no quicker way to feel like a hobbit journeying through Middle-earth than to get outside at night, eat a hot meal around a bonfire while somebody plays guitar. Nice, crispy bacon. It's enough to wake the Tookish side of anyone. So what does it look like to live as a modern-day hobbit? I think it means embracing a little life, a simple life, being present for each day as you live it. It doesn't mean that the world around us will get any less crazy, but no matter what's happening in the great wide world, I think we can always afford to make our little corner of it kinder. There is so much good in this world, and it is worth fighting for, but inherent in that statement is this idea that you know and love the good enough to fight for it. So, what's the good in your life worth celebrating? So here's to the slow turn of the seasons and enjoying your life exactly as it is. For as a wise hobbit once said, it is no bad thing to celebrate a simple life.